Hey, what's up, everybody? Deacon Bradley here. It's been a while since I've been on Facebook Live. I actually had to go back and figure out how to even put all this stuff together. But been working on some really cool stuff, and I'm excited to be back at it now. Let's see here. So yeah, one of the things that I did differently with this broadcast, I don't even think this was an option before, but I went ahead and I scheduled this. And I know some of you guys saw that in your news feed. You can actually do that through your page, only through your page on the desktop, because you have to kind of get into the live streaming tools to be able to do that. But basically, if you navigate to your page on the desktop, I'm doing it right over here so I can be doubly sure I know what I'm doing. So navigate over to your page, and then right under videos, and then click over to publishing tools, and then under videos there is a button that says live up in the upper right hand area of that. If you click on that, it kind of opens up the create live video kind of stream field. And if you're using something other than your phone to create your Facebook Live, so right now I'm using OBS Studio that lets me broadcast from a couple different cameras, bring in some extra stuff so that I can show you guys and just create a better experience for teaching and training and just sharing things with you. OBS is totally free software. I know some people are doing it through Wirecast, but at any rate, when you do that, you have to go into Facebook and basically set up the live session first. And then once you set it up, it gives you a stream key. When you set up the live session, you go ahead and type out like the text that you'll see in your Facebook news feed when you do it. Like, so when this shows up as a status, like there's a live video, there's some text right above me. And that's the text I went ahead and typed out this morning when I was planning out what I wanted to share with you guys in this live session. Do all of that stuff, and then just like when you're posting on your page, there's a button where you can say go live now, or you can schedule it. Now, the thing that I wanted to try today that I wasn't really sure how it would work, because I have a number of clients who use live video extremely successfully, but none of them are using OBS Studio. None of them are putting together anything other than just like holding their phone and just setting it up on a tripod and just kind of talking to it. And that's awesome. I love that. But I also think there's so much opportunity. I mean, you've no doubt you've seen how powerful and popular webinars are nowadays. I think this is another opportunity to leverage that same skill set and that same teaching modality and bring it to a live audience, so you can bring in things like slides and examples. And I do that in some of my other live videos, but it's just such a cool opportunity for teaching that I was wondering how it worked. And until recently, you didn't have the opportunity. You just had to go live, and whoever was on there at the right time, right place, they could watch it, if they weren't busy. But a lot of us are busy, especially my audience. You guys are all working professionals, like running businesses and trying to grow your business, right? So you're not always ready to just jump on a Facebook Live session. So cool opportunity. I know they're building a lot more into this product. One of the things that I tried out for the first time today was the scheduling it. And when I did that, put a little box in the news feed. You might have seen it, and it says, hey, Deacon plans to go live at 2:15 p.m. today. Click to get a reminder. I've actually clicked on some other people's things to get a reminder, and sure enough, it's just like, hey, Deacon's going live when the time hits. Some other cool features I know that are coming down the pipeline for live that are going to be huge is kind of a pre-show room where you can actually comment and interact with people. And I think that's one of the coolest opportunities, because while these shows are really fun and I love putting together stuff to teach you guys live, kind of as a way to get this information out there quickly and efficiently, I would also love the opportunity to just interact more in the comments and kind of design the show as I go and figure out what needs to go into it. So those are some cool things coming down the pipe for Facebook Live, and some cool ways that people are using it. If you're using Facebook Live in your business, I'd love to know kind of what tools you're using to help out, whether it's OBS Studio or Wirecast or just going straight from your phone. I know Livestream, as in the company livestream.com, they just are rolling out a really cool camera called something weird like Mevo or something. And that's actually a really, really cool camera that let's see, that's a really cool camera. I was looking for it over here. Guard the post that I was doing. It's a really cool camera. Basically, you set it up, and it's like kind of like an entire live studio just contained in this one camera. You just push it, turn it on. It streams automatically. I think it goes through your cell phone connection, but it streams automatically itself. It's kind of like, and then there's an interface on the phone where you can actually take. It's a 4K camera, so they've got a really high resolution display, and so it lets you zoom in. So you could say, you're looking at this shot here on your phone, you'd have the opportunity to say like, oh, let's just zoom in over here to this angle, or let's zoom in at this angle, or if there were two of us talking, you could cut in on one face over here, one face over here, kind of make it look more like a produced television show. Really awesome stuff. So today, what I really want to talk about though is a conversation that I've been having with some of my clients and prospects, and that's when your Facebook ads aren't working. What do you do? And here's the thing. So a lot of times when your Facebook ads aren't working, there's all these tendencies to kind of go for something more sophisticated. So Facebook's targeting nowadays, the things they can do. They're rolling out things like split tests now, and no doubt you've probably listened to some podcasts about what's possible with paid traffic, and the things that you can do now are really unreal. It's unreal how sophisticated you can get. You can take a simple thing and just explode the complexity and try to figure out like which age is converting right, which demographic is converting right. Maybe I should target people who were recently divorced, or maybe I should target people who bought a new car at some point, or like to shop at luxury stores. The targeting options out there are endless, and it's so much so that people, I think, get really caught up in this stuff, and they try to figure out what's the ninja targeting trick that I should use, and they'll put something out there, and the ads, they're not converting like they want. Maybe the cost per lead is $10 and they were hoping for $3, or maybe nobody's converting at all, which happens a lot. Like, what's the problem? Like, what's wrong? Who should I be targeting? Like, maybe I should tweak my ad copy or something. What I want to get to though is, with all of these powerful tools, and with these secrets and gurus out there teaching all this cool stuff, there's something really important that we're losing, and that's kind of just getting left by the wayside, right? And that is the importance of your offer. And I know it sounds stupid and it sounds obvious, but your offer is so incredibly important that it's often overlooked and just lost in all of the stuff and all the cool technical things that you can do, and all of the scaling and split testing and all of that. But I see this especially with lead magnets. So a lead magnet being when you want to get leads in exchange for like basically free leads. You're not selling anything. So you might be giving away a guide, or you might be inviting people to a webinar. These are all things that I would consider lead magnets. It's an exchange of a free chunk of value in exchange for somebody's email address. So you're making that trade for free. And lead magnets are one of the fundamental strategies that all levels of businesses, all types of businesses are using on Facebook, and it works extremely well. But it works extremely well. So people hear this strategy like, oh, lead magnet, give something away for free, and people just show up and give you their email address, right? Is that how it works? Okay, here's your free thing. Where are the people, right? and like that's the right idea, but these lead magnets, they have to be specifically crafted, and this is a little bit of a skill that you have to get good at to figure out. People aren't like total suckers like they were when the internet first started. And when the internet first started, you could throw up an offer for all kinds of ridiculous stuff, and people would just line up and just hand over real money for this stuff. Nowadays, though, people are a lot pickier. We're busier. We're getting interrupted all the time. In fact, Facebook itself is interruption marketing, right? These people aren't on Facebook looking for your offer. They're on Facebook talking to their friends and hanging out, and then your offer shows up. So it better be good. So what I want to show you today is 5 specific characteristics that make a good, compelling lead magnet. And once you know these and you can work them into your lead magnet, then you can start getting into the ninja targeting, the tricks and tactics and all of those other things. But if you don't craft your lead magnet with these 5 characteristics in mind, it's going to be a lot harder to get people to become leads. So the big thing, here's the thing that you need to remember. Your lead magnet should focus on one thing, not 3 things, not 5 things, not everything you need to know, not the ultimate guide. It should be one thing, okay? When we focus on bigger things, it's harder. People aren't as interested because it's not as specific. So if you know your market and you know the thing that you're trying to sell, then you should also be able to think, what is a specific problem that they have? What is one thing that I could promise somebody that if I was sitting down with you for 2 minutes and I could tell you something about that would make your Facebook ads convert better, what's something that I would tell you in 2 minutes that could help you and make you take the next step down the road? I don't need to tell you everything about Facebook ads. Okay? I don't need to talk to you about sales funnels and conversion rates and all these automation techniques. I need to tell you one thing. What's one thing I could tell you? So for me, it might be something like this webinar today. Hey, this is why your offer probably sucks, right? Let me give you five ways you can make it better. So that's the first key, is you need to promise one thing. The second key is that thing that you promise needs to be extremely specific. And I'm going to use the word specific like about 100 times coming up, okay? Because it is so key. Specific. That is the biggest key to your success in this. And specifically, there's five ways that you can be specific, and that's what I'm going to show you now. So when you're thinking about your lead magnet, these things, just pick one of them, and it's going to give you an example. It's going to give you a way that you can be specific, and right away your lead magnet is going to be more compelling than other people's lead magnets. The first one is make a specific promise, okay? So a specific promise might be what I'm talking about right here. I'm going to show you 5 ways to make your lead magnets more compelling so that people sign up. That's a promise. Or maybe you're doing something on productivity. You say, I'm going to cut your email time in half. The time that you spend on email, download this guide. I'm going to show you some things. It will cut the time in half that you spend on emails. Or similarly, you could say, this lead magnet is going to double your productivity. Here's a morning routine. It's going to help you get out of bed earlier so that you can get your day started right and you'll be 10 times more productive, okay? That is an example of a specific promise that you can make. That's the first way. The second way you can be specific, a specific example, okay? So examples are really powerful in marketing, especially in areas like that you're watching right now. So I'm in kind of like the B2B space, and if I could show you an example, if I had a lead magnet that was an example, 5 sales funnels that are working on Facebook right now, that is very specific example thing that I could put together. That's a solid lead magnet, right? You could look at those things. You could see, hey, people are using this right now. This is working for people right now. And that's a really good way to do it. Think when you think of this one, think case studies. Okay, specific examples. Do you have any case studies in your business? Because case studies make good lead magnets because they're specific examples. Make sure you frame the case study right, so that in the headline it's like a specific case study, not just like how this guy grew his business really big. I don't know. The third way that you can be specific is a specific shortcut. And of the 5 ways in this is probably, if you're not an e-commerce business, this is probably the number 1 most effective thing, a specific shortcut. Because when you give somebody a shortcut, think like lists, handouts, cheat sheets, checklists, things like that. So if I gave you an ad that was, let's say my lead magnet was download this lead magnet checklist to make sure your offer is good. And it's just got some things to check off, like, hey, make sure it's got this quality, this quality, this quality. Or maybe a really popular one has been swipe files. So you're interested in creating some ads for your business. You sit down, it's time to make the ads. And yeah, it's like you're like, what do I write now? A swipe file is a shortcut because you can look at other people's ads and kind of just use those examples. So that's a really good specific shortcut that you can use. Let's go like way outside the space that I'm in right now. Like let's say you're like drones are popular these days. You could have a shortcut that was like, learn how to fly your drone like a pro in 1 hour. Just follow these steps, learn these skills. This is a shortcut to becoming a better drone pilot. They call them pilots. So we've got specific promise, specific example, specific shortcut. Number 4 is an easy one. Just answer a specific question. So let's say you're selling drones. You're in your e-com business. You're trying to get more drones in people's hands. What is a big question that people always have? Well, maybe it's, which drone should I buy? Or maybe it's, what's the best camera? Or I want to be a drone photographer. What's the best setup? And you could just answer that question really thoroughly. You could show some different gear that works together, things like that. People would happily, the people who are going to ascend to a drone purchase, meaning the people who are going to go further down your sales funnel and be worth it for you to pay for as a lead, what are some specific questions that they're going to have? This is kind of low-hanging fruit and can definitely get you going if you're stuck. The last one, I'm sure you've seen this one all the time, not even just in Facebook ads, but kind of just all over the place in general, and that is offer a specific discount. Free shipping, 20% off, just sign up here. They don't see these a ton in Facebook ads, but they are used as lead magnets in the e-com world extremely effectively. You've probably seen them as pop-ups when you're on a website, or as a banner ad, or even better, as a cart abandonment exit pop campaign when you're leaving the website and there's something in your cart and they say, hey, you want 20% off that? Because we could finish this order up right now. So that's a specific discount thing. So remember, when you're making your lead magnet, it's the most important part of your ad is the offer, obviously. We'll get into the targeting, we'll get into the copy, we'll get into all that other cool stuff. But if your ad isn't making targeting one thing, one big promise, and it's not being specific in these 5 ways, in one of these 5 ways, these are good ways to be specific, then you're going to struggle even with the best ninja hacks and the best tactics and tricks and all of that stuff. You're going to struggle. So if your ad is not getting the clicks you want, it's not getting the relevance scores you want, cost per click is too high, conversion rates are too low, you're just not getting leads. Stop looking for Facebook targeting techniques. Stop looking for landing page conversion rate stuff. That stuff is good, but go back to your offer. Take a look at it. See, put it up against these questions. Is it specific? Is it making one big promise? I don't want to see the ultimate guide too. I want to see everything you need to know about creating a webinar. I want to see how to grow your e-com business from 0 to $100 million. Okay, that's not specific. I want to see how to get your first e-commerce product launched in a store in 30 minutes or less. Okay, that's specific. Or how to increase your average order value by 25% using this one simple trick. That's specific. Okay, so that's really all I got today. I've been going through these things a lot and Yeah, and when I look at so many different campaigns, and I know as business owners, you love your offers, you've worked really hard on them, these are your babies, but the data doesn't lie. Okay, and I see so many offers that it's really easy for me to step in, look at the Facebook numbers, look at what's going on, and make recommendations on. And sometimes that recommendation is, hey, we need to up your game on your offer. Okay? It's not cutting it. It doesn't mean your business isn't successful. It doesn't mean that it's not going to be successful. It just means that we've got to up your game when it comes to marketing. And marketing is what we do best here at Funnel Owl. We are not just Facebook ads experts in my agency. We are online digital marketing sales funnel experts. Because to be good at Facebook ads, you need to be able to look at the entire picture. You need to know analytics. You need to know offers. You need to know sales copy. You need to know the images. You need to know landing page conversion, all of that stuff. And you take all that stuff and put it together with Facebook ads, and you start to get a really clear picture of where you should be looking and what's next. So that's it for today's show. This was fun. Super glad that I could just share this with you guys. And really, I'll be back next week for sure. I'm starting to put these on my calendar again. I've actually got an event coming up 2 weeks from now, but I'll definitely be back next week talking about. I think I've got this rant that I've been really wanting to do. I've been doing it at our team meetings lately. I keep having this rant of sales funnels, and it's kind of a similar thing. Guys coming in with their sales funnels, and I'm just like, oh, like you don't just. It's not just about having a funnel. Like there's so much more to crafting a good funnel, and there's a lot about that I want to share with you guys. But if you want to hear more about that, drop me a question in the comments, because I want to do a show on sales funnels, but I'm so knee deep in this stuff, I don't always know where to start or what would be useful for you guys. So I'll see you guys next week. This was a fun session, and take care.